What's happening, Ravens fans? It's Mitchell Renz from Chat Sports, and coming up here, I'm going to give you a reactionary video towards the Ravens' 16-13 loss up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I get it. It was NFL Week 18. It was a very ugly game in terms of weather, a lot of rain, wind, cold, type of AFC North type of battle. Now, this one did go to overtime. I'll be honest, was really hoping that the Ravens were going to be able to come out on top, but unfortunately, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they kicked a field goal to end up winning with this one. Now, when you look at the Ravens side of the football, Tyler Huntley, 16-31 for 141 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Latavius Murray, he had 16 carries, 150 yards on the ground with a touchdown. Mark Andrews broke the Ravens single-season record for most receptions in a single season with 104, and then he ended up getting a few more after that. 8 catches, 85 yards, no touchdowns. Ben Roethlisberger, he keeps his career alive after a 30-for-44, 244 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Chase Claypool, 3 carries, 33 yards. Najee Harris ended up getting injured in this game. And then Pat Freiermuth, 6 grabs for 53. Now, with this loss, the Baltimore Ravens season is unfortunately over, which definitely is pretty disappointing considering the fact that, they were definitely 8-3. I know a lot of people are going to be talking about Tyler Huntley overall because when you really talked about when he first started playing, people were like, oh, wow, this kid's the real deal. And he's not a bad quarterback. He's actually impressed me a lot. Here's the thing, though. He's a decent quarterback, and I really, truly believe the reason why Baltimore did not end up making the postseason, why Baltimore did not end up winning this game, is because of the injuries, but especially the injury to Lamar Jackson, because even though Lamar had himself a down year, I think any Ravens fan out there would say Lamar Jackson had himself a little bit of a down year. But that dude is special. He is an unbelievable athletic talent. And when you're a defensive coordinator, you have to scheme for that. Man, that's going to keep you up at night. So what I want you guys to do, because this is what Chat Sports is all about, you tell me your one-word reaction to this Ravens loss. One word, don't cheat. My one word is disappointed because this is a playoff caliber team when everyone's healthy. Running backs, cornerbacks, your quarterback. So my one-word reaction is disappointed. Now, let's talk about the offensive side of the football. Ravens up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Total yards, 381. 132 passing yards. Rushing yards in this game was 249. But on 3rd and 4th downs, 4 of 16. The 3 turnovers, though, was what really hurt you in this one. Now, when you look at Huntley, the quarterback rating of 37.2. Obviously, not what you're looking for. But if you're going to box score hunt and you're just going to try to look at the numbers that you see, you're not doing yourself full justice. I mean, this was a very difficult weather type of game. And anytime you're playing in these Steelers-Ravens rivalry games, it's going to be nitty-gritty. It's going to be pounding the football, and the defenses are going to show up. I also want to give a shout-out to Sam Cook, the punter. He had an incomplete pass today, his first of his career. He is now 7 of 8 in his entire career, but he's the punter. Let's talk about Mark Andrews, because coming into the season, I would have came up here on the show and I would have said Mark Andrews is the 4th best tight end in the National Football League. And after this season, his ability to be able to stay healthy, his ability to be able to catch the ball no matter who's throwing it to him, plus also that guy can block. I really truly believe he needs to be starting put in that conversation of the tight ends with Travis Kelce, with Darren Waller, with George Kittle, and now you have Mark Andrews. Those are the 4 best tight ends in the National Football League, and I don't want to hear anything, but I do want to say congratulations for breaking the single-season record for most receptions by a player in Baltimore Ravens history. Congratulations, Mark Andrews. Now, if you guys are looking for videos around the Ravens, whether it's news, whether it's reactionary videos like this, rumors, there's going to be a lot of rumors during the offseason, whether that's going to be in free agency, whether that's going to be leading up to the draft. There's going to be a lot of trades. There's going to be some Lamar Jackson extension talk. I don't want you guys to miss anything. So take a second. You're already on this video. Look underneath. Click the sub button. And if you're already subbed, send it to your friends, because the more subs we get on this channel, the more videos we can do. Now, I do want to talk about Marquise Hollywood Brown, because 3 catches, 27 yards, but I want everyone to kind of spam the word drop, because I really thought Brown had 2 drops in this game. One in the end zone that he absolutely should have brought in, and then one near the end of the game. Now, I'll say Minkah Fitzpatrick made a hell of a play. He's on the left sideline. Tyler Huntley hits him with a dart. Brown's got both of his feet in. He gets it here, and Minkah just comes in and punches it out. However, those are the types of plays that you want Brown to be able to make, because when it matters the most, I really truly believe that that's when you have a true wide receiver one makes those plays. Now, when you talk about the defensive side of the football up against the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Ravens allowed 314 yards. They had 235 passing yards allowed. You held them to only 79 rushing yards. Now, again, that's more to do with Najee Harris. But here's the number that matters the most. 3rd and 4th down conversions. I mean, that final drive by Pittsburgh in overtime. They converted, I believe it was like a 3rd and 8, a 3rd and 9, a 4th and 8, and then you saw the Chris Boswell field goal. Yeah, I really think when you come down to this game, I don't like to just sit here and talk about the quarterbacks, but you had a very confident veteran quarterback in Ben Roethlisberger. When he went into that huddle, all eyes were on him, and everyone believed in him. And then you had Huntley, who, no disrespect to him, obviously hasn't had the career that Ben Roethlisberger has. But when this game comes all the way down to it, the Ravens had 3 turnovers, they only forced 1, and the fact that Pittsburgh was 7 of 18 on 3rd and 4th down, that's the reason why the Ravens lost, and that's the reason why the Steelers won. Now, if you guys are looking for a brand new Ravens jersey this offseason, if you're like, you know what, Lamar Jackson, he ain't going anywhere, I want you to go to chatsports.com/Ravens jersey. If for whatever reason you can't see the link down there below, you forget the link down there below, I'm actually going to be a nice enough guy. I'm going to put it in the comments. I'm going to put it in the description. That way there's no excuses. Here's the Mark Andrews. That guy, he ain't going anywhere. What about Odafe Owe? He's one of my favorite prospects. And if you want somebody who's a legend, you can get a Ray Lewis jersey as well at the link below, chatsports.com/Ravens jersey. I am always honest with y'all. I'm a big-time NFL fan. Ray Lewis was one of the very first jerseys I ever owned. My dad got it for me. He loved tough-nosed defense. Ray Lewis, one of my first jerseys I ever got as a kid. I might have been like 7 or 8 years old. But again, chatsports.com/Ravens jerseys. Let's talk about some of these defensive players here. Geno Stone was the one player on Baltimore that was able to force a turnover. He had a pass breakup. He had an interception. Kind of a cool story for him, considering the fact that that'll be the last time Ben Roethlisberger ever plays a regular season game. What about Tyus Bowser? He had 6 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss in this one. I've always liked what Bowser is able to bring to the table in terms of his ability to also cover at the linebacking position. The guy who led Baltimore in terms of tackles was Chuck Clark. He had 9 total. Josh Bynes had 9. I actually really liked what I saw to Calais Campbell today up front with 6 tackles. And then also, Bowser had 2 tackles for loss. So you saw a good defensive battle. It was just the weather, and it was the offense not having all their players out there. Now, what do we do here? We interact with each other down in the comments, and I get it. You're going to watch this video. You're going to be a little bit upset, and it's okay. I don't blame you. A, B, C, D, or F. I want you to grade the Ravens' Week 18 performance up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. F, it was the worst game you've seen all year. D, it was really bad. C, average. B, good. A, it was amazing. Something that would be amazing if you subscribe to this YouTube channel because, like I said, I get it. The Ravens' regular season is over. But the real diehard fans, you don't go anywhere. This is the time of the year where you guys need to honestly put your feet in, start watching more videos, and then contribute more to this YouTube channel. Like, who should the Ravens draft in 2022? My man Jeremy Beadling, who's actually recording this show with me behind the scenes, he made this video, Ravens 2022 draft targets. If this is the type of fan you are where you leave after the season, I don't want that. I want you to be this type of fan where you're spamming me down in the comments because you want more draft videos. You want more content even in the off season. We have an old saying, the reason why I'm Mitchell Rents 365 on Instagram, Twitter, wherever, is because I'm dedicated to my craft 365 days out of the year. If you're dedicated to the Ravens that many days, 365, 366 on leap year, then go ahead and spam me down in the comments. Now, I get it. 16-13 loss up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. It stinks. The playoffs, no longer there. You were 8-3 at one time, but still watch the playoffs, enjoy some football, and let me know if you guys think that the Ravens should end up extending Lamar Jackson with all the injuries. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Make sure you guys are staying tapped into Chat Sports. Make sure you're staying tapped into this YouTube channel. And if you made it this far, you're doing something right, or I guess we're doing something right. Hit that subscribe button. Hit those notifications. That way you don't miss a thing.